Okay, let's roll up together, shall we? Hey there, my name is Greg, Upward Spiral Yoga. My cat Looney is in his patio, his catio. He's just texted me. He said he'd be in just a couple minutes to join us. He loves restorative yoga. If you're brand new, the YouTube algorithm dropped you off. I'm Greg, simulcasting from the Bay Area. This is called Yoga for Everybody. Occasionally, we even have a drink of coffee. But Sunday is very mellow. Other days are vigorous cartwheel and backflip yoga, which I love. But once or twice a week, I really like to relax and do restorative yoga. So much so that I invented a new surface to do yoga on. It's a 4-inch trifold memory foam mattress. If you don't have one of these, you could go do it on your bed. Something that I really like. Some people really like it. Some people don't, which is kind of everything. But anyway, Sunday will be 1 hour of some joint juice, some yin yoga, and some very relaxing restorative poses. And this is for everybody. If you're brand new, you're stiff, you're sore, then you found the right place, because there's no judgment, there's no condemnation, there's no comparing ourselves to Bendy Betty next door, and just do what you can. God does not make too hard terms with us. Anyway, we'll just get going. If you can't do something, leave it out. If you love something, do it more. And I think that's it. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. We got 700 or 800 subscribers. It really helps to grow my goal is just to bring yoga for everybody to as many humans as possible. Anyway, we're going to start with a little joint juice. A movement is worth 1,000 words. I'm just rolling my shoulders around. We'll do this for 5 or 10 minutes, going through all the different joints of our body. 5, 6, 7. You can tell I'm a cat person. I've got a Zen Master cat on my t-shirt. My cat usually cruises in a couple of times during class to yowl a couple times. 7, 8. Good job. How about angel wings? Arms up, arms out. None of these movements are terribly profound in and of themselves. They're relatively simple movements, but they're not simple if you don't do them. But when you put them in a sequence with breathing, with intention, with time and patience in the right environment, the amalgam is, the whole is something vastly greater than sum of the parts. Good. Now this one I'm going to inhale to the top, and we're going to Om together around the world. Big inhale. Okay, this is not Sunday school. It is Sunday school, kind of, but everyone's welcome. Every religion, spiritual system, scientist, atheist, cynic, disbeliever, whoever you are, you have a I am. So close your eyes. God, love, source, infinite, higher organizing power. Bless everyone participating today with love and peace, joy and light, knowledge and power, wisdom and intelligence. Good little twist. Lace my paws, stretch up. Just going to turn to the right. These are very simple movements, aren't they? Left hand, right knee, right arm behind, little twist to the right. If you're a highly flexible person, if you're bendy in Baltimore or flexible in Philly, then you can go further, feel free. If you're stiffy, if you're crispy in Cleveland, take it easy on yourself. Main thing is just get started. Do something. Move your ass. Good. Release. Pardon my language. Switch the cross. Lace one finger over like you're holding hands with somebody new and exciting, yourself. Stretch up. The great relationship. What's the great romantic relationship in the universe? the I-thou relationship, us and our infinite source, left, 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 right hand, left knee, left arm behind, simple twist. Twist, squeeze out stinking thinking, painful patterns of perception, bad ideas, old narratives, regret, sentimentality, all the crap that we just don't need in our brain no more, or our body. Good. Release. Now, I know a lot of people sitting cross-legged like this. Your knees are up, you're leaning back. Coming forward is really a challenge. I recommend you sit up on a little bit of a block or a pillow. But some of us coming down, not a big deal. I'm just going to come about halfway today. Not going to come all the way down. Relax my shoulders, drop my chin. The great additive to restorative yin yoga is time. We add the tincture of time. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, nothing to figure out. You ever notice you can't figure out reality? You've been trying, but it's not figure-outable. But we can find where we fit in the scheme of things. I believe the universe is a grand design and has a grand designer, and all of its component parts, you and me and the trillions of other beings, are all designed in a glorious mosaic of consciousness and being. And once we find where we fit, we reflect beautifully off all the other facets. That's what I think. I'm not preaching, I'm not proselytizing, I'm just suggesting ideas. Now my elbows fit down. When that happens, I massage my third eye open. And if you can't do this, there's plenty I can't do as well. I just got through practicing on the drums, and I'm beginner, maybe intermediate a little bit. So I'm always at the edge of what I can do. Stop thinking. Good, next inhale, come on up. That's an interesting instruction, is it? Stop thinking. Thinking is just the noise bouncing around inside of our head. It's okay when it's good thinking, but mostly it's just static, just the mind bouncing around from distraction to opinion to attitude to memory to sensation to distraction to YouTube to finance to romance to blah, 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 blah. It just gets tiring. It's so enormously relaxing and pacifying and peaceful just to let that slow down. And you can't force it. You can no more force the mind to slow down than you can make water that's sloshing around in a bucket settle down by beating on it. We just let it settle. Good, chant Om with me one more time. Big inhale. Good, now I invite you to bring your hands to your heart and your intention, your invocation, your affirmation, your intention. What do you have on your mind? Where would you like to aim today? If we don't aim ourselves, someone else will aim us for us, and usually to their own purpose. Good. Okay, going back to my regular cross, this one. Neck, head, 1. Pretty simple, huh? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Switch. 1. If you're watching on YouTube from Antarctica or Transylvania or Tasmania or Romania or Pennsylvania or any of the Vanias or anywhere, I do teach in the Bay Area. Come by to one of my classes. First class is free, but not travel expense. But I'd love to see you. I'll give you a free yoga blanket. 7, 8. Good. Now relax your head down, cool your jets, close your eyes. Let the weight of your much larger than average brain release the back of your neck. Contemplate your cute little navel. Good. Couple more joint juice things. So this is a form of movement yoga. Cats do it. Good. Then acupressure. I'm just going to beat my thenar eminence together, the base of my wrist. It's an important pressure point. When you stimulate this, you grow younger, you get more likes on social media, evil, and you have much more money. Yep. Okay, now I'm going to take these and put them down in my hips. And I'm just going to push and smush into my tush. Left, right, stretching my wrists, opening my hips, pumping myself up, getting my happy on, purr, purr, purr. Now I'm going forward, up, over, and around. 1. If you're brand new, it's like, I can't do that. Just try. Most stuff we can't do, but we sure as hell can try. Now I'm going to push down, straighten my arms, drop my chin, and hold myself down on the floor because I have a tendency to levitate, which is annoying my friends. Good. And then most adults don't flex their wrists like this, so they get really sore when they lean into their hands. So we're going to kind of fix that. We're going to put our upside down hands in here and pump. It's a natural, pleasing countenance to pumping, isn't there? Drawing up and out, rhythmic motion, left, right, left. Now I'm going back up, over, forward, around, and down 4 times. 4, 3, 2. On the last one, it's challenging, but I can almost straighten my arms, more wrist flex, drop my chin, close my eyes, stop thinking, trust the universe, get myself in alignment, and let the love, bliss, joy, and ecstasy of being just naturally flow into my nervous system. Good. Then when I release, my arms go flinging out, fling. You can always use a good fling, you guys. Arms out. And then, isn't this simple stuff? But humans never do it. We certainly don't do it together. Ever been to Asia where they do Tai Chi in the park in the morning? Those people live to be about 140 years old and they're very happy and they smile a lot, unlike crabby Westerners who are stiff and sore and waddling out of Walmart with bags of Cheetos and Doritos. Sorry, that may have seemed a little callous, and I'm as guilty as anybody. I had a pint of ice cream on Friday night. Good job. Good progress. Now, I'm just going to lean back on my hands and I'm going to lift up my hips. If you don't lift your hips every now and then doing something, your hips get crabby, sore, and lonely. So lift up your hips. Good. Sink down. Very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shake it off, shake it out, shake it up. If we don't shake up our lives, our lives get stagnant and they start to smell. So this breaks open it turns your kaleidoscope. If we don't turn our own kaleidoscope, change the view, then God does it. And usually we don't like it, but we end up liking it later. Hello, bright new future. Hello, new friends, new opportunities, new means of service, new abundance, new prosperity, a new freedom and a new happiness. Cup your hands at your heart. Feel grateful for all the enormous good headed your way, and think of all the great good that's already in our lives. The time that we live, where we live, the resources that we take for granted. We live like kings and queens compared to people 100 years ago. Okay, and then some feet. So I'm just going to stick my left leg out, take my right ankle over. Now, for most friends, this is enough to give access to the foot. If this one folds under, that's great. Don't worry about it if it doesn't. 1, 4, 5, 6, 8. 1, 2. Feet need love. They're way far away from everybody else in the body, so you got to send them some love. Good. Right leg out, just the ankle. If you can't get your foot over your knee, you're in the right place. Don't give up. Just keep trying a little bit. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Great turnout of YouTubers around the world. Good to see you all. Please like and subscribe. Now you can take a moment. I admit that I drink coffee when I do yoga, and I am not a saint. I am not a role model. I am very much human. I don't do yoga because I'm a saint. I do yoga because I need to do a lot of work on myself. So I'm just try to get a little bit better of a human every single day. I'm trying to replace fear with love, envy with gratitude, depression with joy, and things have gotten so much better. This stuff really works. Okie doke. Let's shift gears, shall we? Cats and cows, ups and downs. You guys do some cats and cows. I think I'm going to turn my mat sideways for some of the things that we're going to do today. So you guys should just do cats and cows. Pay me no mind for a moment. Ignore me. Cats and cows, cats and cows. Moo meow. Gonna back with you doing my cats and cows. Now I'm gonna widen my knees out. Gonna bring my feet together. If you're very stiff, tight person, crispy in Cleveland, you're gonna really have a hard time sinking back and sinking down. That's why I recommend doing this on your bed. After a while, your elbows will come down. My butt starts to sink back. Knees and ankles and hips start to work again. And if you can get down far enough, I'm just laying on my left ear. Now, This is why God invented yoga props. This is a bolster. You can also get the big cushion off the back of your couch if you want. And you can put it right in here, just about to crotch level. Now we're starting the yin and the restorative. Everybody's body is shaped different. My knees go pretty wide. My butt can start to relax back. If you can't get down to your head and neck, don't worry. Just stay on your elbows, put big cushions underneath. And now we're going to start spending more time in the pose. One of the great qualities, one of the things that yin yoga builds in restorative is the rare human quality of patience. I'm going to shift over to my other ear now. It's a great neck stretch. This is my kind of Sunday right here. Widening my knees out, bringing my crotch and my butt down a little further, wiggling my buns, stretching my neck, arms out to the side, cooling my jets. Good. Now, as I come up, if you're a very tight person, you might not be able to kneel or put weight on your knees anymore. That's why a surface like this is such a boon, such a benefit. Also, you have a bed just sitting there going unused in your bedroom, probably. So from here, with my knees wide and my hips, knees, and chest lined up, it's when you're older than 50, just to put your hands behind you and to lift up your hips is a good stretch. Most people never stretch this. The front of their body becomes concrete. Good, now I'm going to come back forward. Now I'm going to move this bolster out of the way for a moment. Now this is called teenager's texting pose. I'm just laying completely foot flat, front of my body sinking in, knees wide. I'm going to clap my feet. Can you do that? Can you widen your knees out a little? If you got a tight ass, you can't. How about this movement? Boink, boink. Your range of motion might be ow, ow, because you got a tight A, but we're working on it. Just this. Can you bring your feet together and bring them down into seal pose? Now, when I do this, my hips tend to tighten, my booty lifts, and I get kind of a pinch in my lower back. So I begin to press my pubic bone down into the mat. If you can't bring your feet all the way down, you're somewhere in the continuum, right? You're somewhere. You're here, here, here. Trust me, there are hideous variations of this. Most people don't do this. You're way ahead of the curve. Now, just going to straighten my legs behind me. See that? I think I'll beat my feet into the floor. Boop, boop, boop. Now, I'm going to bend my knee here, my right knee, take my right arm out. If you're brand new, it's like, holy crap, I can't grab my foot anymore. If that's the case, you're just going to, you could get a yoga strap or a lasso or a belt, but that would be a wake-up call that, man, my body is really congested and congealed. I can't grab my foot no more. After a while, you'll grab it. And we're not going to do anything exotic. I'm going to maybe gently push the foot back. It lifts my chest. I'm going to close my eyes and just hold this simple yin pose. If you're bendier, be more exotic. If you are stiffer, just stay, trust the process. Strong down into my left elbow. You can lift the leg up if you want. That's very challenging for me. That's not my specialty. Stay after class. I'll show you my specialty. Good. Now I'm going to release that side. Good job. Cross the other elbow in front. Ding. Arm goes out. No foot. Rats. Get a belt or a yoga strap. Grab it if you can. Let your hips sink in, especially the front of your left hip. Gently push the foot back to bring your chest up and out. Strong into your right elbow. This is taken. Good. I'm going to release that. Wiggle my stuff a little. Just get the dent out of my body. Now I'm going to be very careful with this. I understand this is like back for people. They don't like them. So I'm not cramming myself up. Long spine, drop my chin. Don't straighten my arms. If I feel my butt cheeks really squeezing together, I want to exhale and relax my butt cheeks, give some room for my tailbone, shoulders down my back. Just if you're bendier than this and can bring your feet to your head like a 13-year-old Ukrainian gymnast, feel free. You do you, I'll do me. Now, here's a science experiment. Can you, just for an experiment, grab both feet at the same time? If you can't, don't worry. And I'm just going to hold this. If you're bendier, you can push your feet back, lift up, what you need, leave the rest. Good release. Good job, you guys. Okay, now I'm coming back up. And I'd like to talk to you for a moment. I'm going to put us through a vinyasa, a sequence of what would generally be considered to be very normal, non-exceptional human range of motion. But if you can't do it, don't worry about it. Do what you can. Just do little segments of it. Watch it and say, hey, I'm doing that, can't do that. And if nothing else, this whole sequence will begin to break our bodies open in a good way so that our bodies have the full factory installed range of motion. So this relatively simple sequence begins with all fours, cats and cows. Good, now I bring my knees in a little. My knees are hip distance apart and I fold my under. See that? And then I push back over my feet until I'm squatting. Now, God installed not altogether flexible ankles in me. I'm very grateful for them, but I can't squat very well with my heels. The surface really, but squatting is as important or the most important yoga pose. Squat, you could lay on your back row and draw your knees alternately in your chest at the same, but just to be this opens up feet, knees, ankles, gets life force. It's good for elimination, digestion, if that's the thing for you. Just you want to sink into this. Now my Achilles lower calf starting to stretch. You won't need your hands no more. You can reach forward to get more stretch. This is so crucial. I actually had stopped doing this until I had a bit of an injury and then decided I needed to try new kinds of yoga like this surface. Now, I don't want you to for many adults, it would be dangerous just to sit back and then just stretch your legs out. Just to be able to do that, you are taking years off of your chronological age. Dandasana, staff pose. Good firm legs, spine upright. Good, then hands or fists down by the side of my body. Bridge. This is a sequence. It takes your body through an entire kinesthetic chain that is really good for you. Good, now I'm going to sink my booty down. Feet go out. Now we reverse course. This is the part that's hard for many, and if it is, just watch or lay on your back, draw your knees into your chest. Feet come in as close as you can get them, hip distance apart. Now this is the hard part for many older humans is just, can you lift your butt at all? Do you have this going on anymore? It's a pretty important range of motion, isn't it? This over the toes, over the heels, over the ankles, knees bending, shoulders stretching. I start to go over further. My toes get more stretch. And then the natural conclusion of this, obviously, is just get to here and bring your knees down. Now, if you ask any 10-year-old to do this, they will laugh with glee and they'll do it without even using their hands. If you ask most 40, 50, 60-year-olds to do it, they're not going to do it. They're just going to turn this channel off and turn to watch some politics or soap opera shit. So now my toes don't fold much. This actually is not very pleasant feeling. But I do find now that after using this surface for a while, I can get my hands behind me and then I can lift my butt up off my ankles, my heels. This is making me younger by the day. This is a great movement for 50 plus, let me tell you. Now I bring my hands back forward, put them down, walk my knees back. And we just do a couple of cats and cows. If you can do this, you recognize how good it is for you. If you can't do it, you recognize how important it is that you begin to recapture this in your body. I've invited you to do this. I'm inviting you into bed with me. Go get on your bed and try it. It makes a difference. I'm bringing my knees in, folding my toes under, going back over my feet. Most important human position. 2/3 of the people in the world eat, chat, recreate, eliminate in this pose. Don't bust your butt, sit, extend your legs out. Firm your legs, sit up really tall, stretch up. No intelligent kinesiologist or physical therapist is laughing at the sequence. They know the genius in this particular vinyasa. Pause down, feet in, buttons up, sink down, feet in, This is where a lot of friends around the world who are watching are getting stuck. Sliding your butt into your heels, arms behind. Maybe you can only lift up a little bit. Good for you, at least you're in the game. Waking up my toes, ankles, knees, and hips. Coming over, challenging for yours truly. I am almost in my 70th year of life. I know you would have guessed many decades younger. I'm just kidding, but it's, this is helping keep my body as frisky and as active because I'm having more fun and life is better now than it's ever been. So I want to enjoy that in a body that moves and grooves. Dance, golf, yoga, hands behind, and lifting my hips up off of my heels. Good, then come forward and last set of cats and cows, and then we'll switch gears. Good, you guys. Okay, have a seat. This is a yoga blanket. A yoga blanket is very similar to a regular blanket. In fact, it's exactly the same, except they cost 3 times more. Now we're getting ready to do a on the back twist and hip and groin opener. So my neck is going to go here, extending my legs out. Support my neck. Now I'm bringing my right knee in. If you're very tight, you can barely grab it. Maybe you can lace over the top. Just take your right knee around in a circle. Other way. Good. Now, here's where we go to the variable. And the variable is you're very tight. You can barely bring the knee in. You're a little more flexible. Maybe you can get your right elbow over your right knee like this. And bend to your people as long as you're not overdoing it. The knee moves into the midline, the head, neck, and shoulders lift, and the left elbow goes over the right knee. This is a stretch for me. It's twisting my spine. It's harder to let, this is why I've got the blanket underneath my neck. Now this surface that I'm on, this absorbent, soft surface, makes this so much more dynamic and effective and fruitful in my body. Shoulders can relax, breath can release, big stretch of hip, groin, IT band, lower back, hamstring. Good, big inhale. Exhale and release. Now, the knee stays in. I'm going to shift my body to the right. This right knee is sweeping all the way over down. My right shoulder lifted to get my knee down. I'm pretending to be very tight. My shoulder lifts, barely relaxing my torso open to the makes literally all the difference in the world. As I hold my knee down over here on the left, my right arm, it's kind of hanging in space. I'm going to go to internal rotation and just gently let my hand or my elbow release down. And we'll take some time. If you're up here and can barely open up, you're doing what's right for you now. If your arm is all the way out and you're splayed open like a intoxicated starfish, I want to meet you. Just relaxing open. These poses take time. all these poses, I would call them childlike. By that I mean kids naturally move and groove and bounce and spring and roll and play in all these different positions. And then they get a little older, and then they got to go to school and get a job, get married, get sad, get tight. But none of that sadness has to happen. We can stay open and flexible in our body. Wow, my torso is really relaxing open to the right. My head is following very slowly. I'm giving time. My exhales are longer, my inhale deepening. The totality of breath is. Good big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Now bringing this knee back up, putting the foot down, bringing both feet in. My boot over to the left a little bit. Right leg extends out, left knee comes in. You're very tight, can barely grab. Just grab your hamster down here as best you can. Lace over the top if possible. And just open up your acetabulum, your hip joint. Don't want to be a tight acetabulum. Other way. These movements are an acquired taste, but once you get the taste, they are yummy. Our whole body becomes, well, an erogenous zone, so to speak. Don't misinterpret, but I'm just saying the whole body has nerve endings and sensation. And when we learn to get it open and happy and flowing and circulating, it's good. Now, this is the bendier part. Just knee in is fine. If you're a little bendier, maybe your left elbow over. Now on this side, I'm working through my little injury, so I'm not going to struggle to get my right elbow over today. I'm just going to moderate, which is very rare for me. Left elbow over, rest my head down, let my whole spinal weight sink, my skeletal weight. Knee draws in, left hip drops. Lower back sinks, guts relax, shoulders open, chest release, neck supported, eyes closed, right foot extending, ecstasy explodes in my body, relax. I do try to talk a good game. Exhalation is really the key. Good, long, full, deep, thorough exhalations without a rush to grab the next inhale. Good big inhale, friends around the world. Good, when I exhale, I just take my knee, I let go of it with my arm, shift my butt over to the left, take my left knee down, and I'm not stopping here. This makes no sense. My shoulder is lifting so I can bring the knee all the way down. And this is why it's essential, crucial, absolutely imperative that you have your head supported. If that's not there, my head is hanging in space. I can't relax, and I'm getting more tight rather than more open. This is why I have a blanket underneath my neck and why you do. Now, pinning my knee down, Now I can slowly, patiently relax my left shoulder open. Now, if I extend my arm up, it's not coming all the way down. So instead, I relax the shoulder and elbow and barely slink my hand down over on the left side of my body. Now, let the games begin as my torso opens a twist. I like squeezing out the past painful patterns of perception, unnecessary sentimentality, regret, all that crap. It's just getting in the way of the potential joy in this moment. No matter how good the past was, it's over. It's done. We can't live on yesterday's mana. We got to go out and get new mana every day. Mana, whatever that unusual substance was. I wouldn't say mana, I'd say prana, life force. Every day you get a new gullet, a new serve of prana, life force. You can't live on yesterday's prana. Your refrigerator cannot run on yesterday's electricity. Too many people, they're living in dead, old, faded past. And the president saying, yo, minute, relax open. And crack, release. Up. Let's have as much fun, as much joy, and as much purpose as we were meant to in this life. The next one and the next one will be all the more expansive, evolutionary, joyful, intelligent, progressive, loving. Good big inhale. Exhale, release. Good. Now I'm bringing this knee back in. Feet down. Shifting buns over to the center. Neck supporting. You're very tight. Both knees will barely come in. You'll get to here. This is good progress. This surface really helps with that. As my knees come in further, I widen them. But as my knees come in further, my butt tends to lift. So I want to find this extension of knees coming in, but booty relaxing. If possible, grab the toes, widen knees out to happy baby. I gave you 10 options. Okie doke. Gonna release these feet. I'm gonna help myself back up. And we just have one more pose. I'm going to move this blanket out of the way. And again, for this, yours truly, he needs a bolster. So I'm not ashamed to admit it, but I'm going to put a bolster behind me. If you're very flexible, you may not need it. But it's behind me, and I'm going to bring my feet in together, just kind of wag my knees a little bit. Now I'm going to take my right knee and my right foot, and I'm going to fold it into kneeling position like this, bolster right behind. My left knee is still out to the side. This is a very challenging, provocative, difficult way to sit for most adults who haven't done yoga or movement for a while. One knee kneeling, other knee out to the side. The relief is just kind of leading in the opposite direction. And again, doing this on the bed will give your ankle, knee, and hip, it'll disperse some of the weight and pressure, and it'll begin to build resilience and springiness and friskiness back into your body. Now, the pose just goes off to infinity. And one thing you can do is lean back a little bit, and that's going to stretch areas that don't normally get stretched. Now, I actually stopped leaning all the way back until I invented this surface. But now, slowly and patiently, I'm back to the point where at least I can lean back on my bolster. I put a little something underneath my head, and now from shoulder, chest, abdomen, hip flexor, quadricep, knee, ankle, this beautiful kinesthetic line of the front of my body that for most people is frozen solid begins to release. Now, if you ask your little kid, your child, your grandchild, one of your great nieces or nephews, they'll just fold the knee under, lay back, extend the leg out, reach their arms over, giggle, watch their iPad, play video games and this. But I'm probably talking for 40 or 50 plus minus, right? All I know is I'm doing this pose for the first time in a long time because A, it's my intention. B, I'm determined and persistent. C, I'm creative and clever and decided to start using this surface to help me out. Good, now I'm going to lift myself back up. And I will say, in my own defense, amongst myself and my 60-year-old golf buddies, my male golf buddies, I'm the only guy doing this. Trust me. Now I'm going to put my hands behind me, and to stay young and frisky, I'm going to pulse my pelvis, lift my hips, chest up, hips up, head back. Good. Then I'm going to sink down. Now, one more side, and we'll go into finishing corpse pose or shavasana. Drag the leg out, get my bolster behind me. Now I'm going to fold, obviously, my left knee and my left shin under. This kind of lifts my left hip, exposes an imbalance in my body. If this is too tight, I would just lean way over to the right and let this left side open and release. My right knee is here. After a while, you'll lean back a little, and then your body will say, whoa, whoa, that's quite enough, thank you. And then if you do it every day a little bit, like watching paint dry or your fingernails grow, you'll be able to lean back a little more. And then one day it'll be your right elbow, one day it'll be your left elbow, one day it'll be your shoulder blades, and one day. So for me, it's on the order of a miracle that I can lean back to here. And I'm grateful. The number one yoga principle, the number one yoga activity, the number one yoga contemplation meditation tied for first is gratitude, thankfulness, and appreciation. Samtosha. Gratefulness, gratitude, thankfulness, for the mercy and the blessings bestowed to us. If we're not happy with what we got, we ain't going to get no more. I really got to take my time. I got to breathe into this. I got to de-grip my jaw. I got to breathe more from my belly button, less from my chest. I have to intend and be willing to face and experience my experience, leaning into my life. There's a great plan for your life, for my life. We are most assuredly intelligently designed with a mission and a purpose and a plan. If you don't believe that, I just invite you to believe it. Try believing it. It makes all the difference literally in the world. But as we relax, our plan and purpose, mission, and design naturally reveals itself. This is a great blessing of yoga. The greatest joy of life is living your mission and your purpose. The greatest pain of life is not finding it or not living it. Good. Now, I'm going to help myself back up on my paws, hands behind. And for youth and friskiness, pelvis is plunging upward. Lift, lift, lift. Good. Sink down. Drag leg back out. And now, my beloved friends who stayed with me for the whole class, a few in the Bay Area and hundreds around the world, yogis of the past, blessed us with 5 minutes of corpse pose or shavasana at the end of class. If you're brand new, that literally means laying on your back and dying metaphorically for 5 minutes. St. Paul, the great apostle, said, I die daily. And I've got this sneaking suspicion this meant that he was doing yoga every day as he was traveling around the Mediterranean, doing his thing. That guy got around, obviously. Anyway, I'll do it with you. But I do jiggle my legs. I unhinge my pelvis, left and right bun, jiggle my parts, relax my shoulder blades, veg my arms, relax my jaw, 5 minutes. Peace be with you. Okay, my friends around the world, there's my voice. Start to come back, breathe back toward your body. I'm feeling how nicely my skeletal weight, my flesh, blood, and bones, my organs and tissues are relaxed and settled in. And as I begin to come back toward my body, I wiggle my fingers and toes, and I consciously and deliberately circulate love, bliss, joy, peace, intelligence, wisdom, creativity, imagination, prosperity, truth, beauty, and lots of love through my body. Good, then I'm going to draw my knees in. I'm going to curl up on my side with you guys for a moment. Now, all the way around the world, there's a group of us. We've been through the sequence together, and now we all, ollie ollie oxen free, we all come back home together, hands to our heart, head bows, the brain bows to the wise heart, the intellect bows to the intuition. If you go deep into you, and I go deep into me, and we go deep into we come to the same place together. And then all together around the world, we say namaste. As always, I bid adieu, arrivederci, adios, avidasane, and au revoir to my friends around the world. Thanks for joining. It's great to see you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. Leave a comment, but please like and subscribe. Help a little guy out, and I'll do my best to bring yoga, the kind of yoga for everybody, to as many humans as I can. I'll do my best to fulfill my purpose, and you'll be fulfilling yours. So we'll see you YouTubers later. Now I'm going to say hi to my Zoom friends.